So this wasn't too different from the last game, except you guys were making more shots and you held on down the stretch. And we're always looking for signs of progress. Would this be one of them?
Yeah, I mean, fighting through some adversity, and I'd like to see us be a little sharper at times, both ends, and not avoid being in those situations and giving them the run back. But we did show signs of adversity. Obviously, Jason and Jalen drew a huge crowd tonight. It was evident that they were trying to take them out of the game, and they trusted their guys. And so you have Jay Rich and Marcus Grant hitting a bunch of threes. Those 2 and 9 and 6 assists, making the right play, and that's what it's going to take some nights. It's not always going to be a night scoring when they're trying to stop you. Trust your teammates, right? Make the right play, and shots went in tonight.
Jalen had a rough night, but he got in there, got that offensive rebound, took a charge. We've talked a little bit about his leadership, vocal leadership. What does it say about him being able to make those plays down the stretch on a night where he doesn't have it?
Yeah, and I mean, rough overall to his standard, yes, because he scored 15, but you look at the numbers, he's 7 for 15, almost shot 50%, has 6 assists. He had some turnovers in the first half, trying to force it a little bit, but to your point, made them winning plays. So it's going to require different things every night. That's a sign of progress for him. Not trying to force it, trusting his guys, and everybody else was eating off of those two. And we talked about it at halftime, first quarter versus second quarter, and how different it was. And we got back that in the second half offensively.
Yeah. Were you satisfied with how things went? Because you did have turnovers. You did give up a bunch of offensive rebounds there in the third quarter.
Yeah.
But when you're looking again, progress, are you satisfied with how this is going?
Yeah, the first half we had 15 of our 21, I think, and so we got better. That was a point of emphasis on the film at halftime that we were shooting 50+%, but giving them transition and free throws and due to our turnovers and poor shot selection. So we got better in the second half there, and to your point, we've been in enough close games where we've seen it go the other way. So we feel like we've hit a stretch where we get the shots we want, get the right looks, and then buckle down on defense and make the right plays. So that's a sign of growth, and we'll take it. Obviously, we've been on the other end.
There's also been some games this year when Jason and Jalen really had to put it all on their shoulders. What does it do to have a night like this where, you alluded to it a little bit earlier, but just having other guys step in and know that, they can, they don't need 30 from those guys every night. You can win if they don't get huge nights.
Yeah, I mean, you just looked at the first half, Jay Rich 6 for 8, Grant 3 for 6, Marcus hitting 2 threes, and other guys contributing. It's what it's going to take at certain times. We tell them, regardless of what your teammates doing, make the right play and trust your guys. And so tonight the shots fell. They stay with it. But either way, if they don't or not, you can't force the action and, force your way into turnovers and poor shots. We want to play the right way at all times, make or miss, and then rely on our defense. And a huge part of the first or second quarter really was our poor shot selection that got them out in transition. They only scored 8 points in the half court, but it was all free throws in transition due to turnovers and shot selection. So keep doing the right thing regardless. Nights are going to happen where we don't make shots, but the looks were the same last game where we didn't make them, and tonight we hit them, and they continue to feed those guys.
Are there things you're seeing? There's another 30 assist game, or 31, I think. Yeah. Are there things you're seeing offensively, or is that shots were going in, so these assist numbers look better?
No, they defend a certain way, and we took advantage of some slips and some easy baskets in the first quarter. Got away from that a little bit in the second quarter, but at halftime we had 17 assists on 22 baskets, so we wanted to keep that up. 14 in the second half is obviously a high number as well, but just continue to play the right way, especially when they're going to try to take guys out and they switch a lot off ball but aren't the best at it. We exploited that really in the first, third, and fourth quarter.
Got a Zoom question from Mark Murphy.
Hi, Ime. You went with 8 guys again. Is this the kind of rotation you want down the stretch, and is a benefit that you see more of Josh and you see more of Grant in these situations?
Yeah, it's not planned. I mean, we went with 8 because Josh and Grant played extremely well in their stretch in the first quarter. As I mentioned before, a lot of times we'll monitor how that first quarter is going and do something, switch possibly Romeo, Aaron, Peyton at the second quarter. But those guys were rolling so well where we extended their minutes, and then Jason and Jalen's rotation stayed pretty much the same. So we shortened it due to them playing well. Obviously, you like to see them in end game situations, and we flipped them a little bit. Josh was rolling offensively. We kept him in there. We wanted size late, so we brought in Grant. But we have 8 to 9 to 10 guys that we're very confident in tonight. As you saw, Grant and Josh played extremely well off the bench, as well as Dennis when he was in, and we went with the shorter lineup because of that.
Wrap it up right there. Okay, thank you, Coach.
Thank you.